Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're working on the alphabet challenge and I'm up to C. So this is the page that we're going to work on today. I have a pre-made pocket that I'm going to put on this side, and then I'm going to put a little doodad over here. I came up with something for the challenge, so it's going to be fun. And it's going to be challenging to see if I can get it to work. Thank you, everyone, for coming to visit. I'm going to set that out of the way so we can look at the sneak peek. And I can see that glare there. That's pretty awesome. I wish I could get away from it. Everything is encased in here, though. So where did I get up to? I got up to Reverend John C. So the next page is his son, who is my two times great-grandfather. There we go. I think that's right. Yes, grandfather, great-grandfather. Something there. So this was also on that website that I was telling you back here on this guy. Actually, this was on the back side or front side of this one. It's like they had them layered in the photo frame. So this one is thought to be Joshua Markham at a really young age. You can almost make out that he's got blue eyes there, though I don't know if that's been colorized. A lot of people have gotten hold of things like this, colorized them and things like that. I see Josh, this is a photo of Josh and Mahala, his wife. They had like 15 children. I thought they had 17, but maybe I was counting wrong in my head. But I always, this was like a chalk drawing, I think it was. And about 3 people that I know of have a copy of this. I mean, there must have been an artist that came by. This was before, I think, they had actual photographs or photographers in the area or something. You could have gone off really far away to get a photograph taken, but before that, they used to take these chalk drawings and do them. And some of them are in color and some of them are black and white. And so they must have had this one guy do about, I don't know, a handful of them, and they were handed out to family. Now, he married her the 7th of August, 1844, in Lawrence County, Kentucky. And then this was also on that Zane Perry site. So he had written up a little bit of a history here that we have on him. And then down here below, they're both buried at the Williamson Cemetery on Mud Lick. That's where they're buried, and then his dad is buried as well. But they've got a pillar stone. And on one side, they've got Joshua Markham. On the other, they have Hala, or Mahala. I guess they called her Haley. But it's pretty solid here with all the letters. But over here, there's like a little knot. And it's been rubbed away over time. Now, my cousin, he put in these 2 stones, which are those made ones with the dates that he thought that they were on, or had died and born at. Now, I was told by Herbie Dawson that I think the death dates are switched on these 2. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. Now, I went and visited this guy here. Now, he's a Douglas Markham. He's a twin. And this is me way back then. But he had a copy of this one of Josh and Mahala. And I got my own photograph of it at that time. Now this, I think, is a copy. Let's see. Oh, it's a divorce decree between Josh. After having all those children, they divorced. Now, she was wanting to go out and become a midwife, so she was traveling, And there was a few children still at the house, but late, uh, early teens to maybe just almost a teenager. And he didn't like it. He must have been a control freak or something. I don't know. But anyhow, so they got divorced, and I think this is like something about what she got. A bunch of the kids were subpoenaed and all that kind of thing. I'm trying to get this to where I can show you this side. Now, I also went around and found photos of a lot of the kids, and this is one of their daughters, Joshua Mahala's, and she was Elizabeth, and she married a Melvin Crumb. Oh gosh, you can't see it. I got to look at my camera to see what you can see with the glare. So yeah, there was Melvin Crumb and Elizabeth Markham. And then, what is it? I got this from Donnie Ray. Donnie Ray Markham did books, and they were great and all that, but he plagiarized the early Markham information. I mean, I don't believe what he had in there was fact, but he took that Markham, Markham, place over in England, and he thought we linked to that. So anyway, he had this written in his book. Now, he did go around and get some stories from people, but he did mess up a lot of people's family lines, too. But in the early 1900s, General Lee Markham, which was another of Joshua Mahala's children, and Morgan Messer had trouble over General Lee's hunting dogs. Martha Jane Messer told Morgan that General Lee had threatened him in defense of his dogs, and they came together at the Anderson Cemetery on Jenny's Creek. That's one of the last ones we've done. The last book we've done there. One word led to that's supposed to be a D, led to another, and Morgan Messer got carried away, pulled his pistol, and shot General Lee Markham. Morgan left the country thinking he had killed him. The bullet had lodged so near his heart that the only doctor that would touch it was his brother, Dr. Johnny Markham, who was a self-taught fever doctor. He cut the bullet out, and his patient brother, and he lived long after that. And I must have that there because this is Dr. Johnny. Dr. Johnny, he married Nancy Roberts. And I got this from one of the relatives, Betty Justice. Okay, I think that's enough of the family history right now. And, I got that up behind me there. Now, I've got these two papers that I got from Tommy, and they've got all the colors that I need, because what we're going to do next is we're going to make crayons. I made these before. I wonder if I can reach up there and get it. Now, I made this card way back, I think in 2020, because at that point, I didn't think about doing junk journals. I was doing cards, and I got mixed up. I started watching this one lady, May Made It, and she got mixed up with this guy that was doing cards for children, bookmarks and cards. So I'd actually made this one up to give to them, but they had said something about they didn't like that I made cards that were so detailed and stuff. I thought you wanted to have the little children feel special. But they said it would cause trouble because one would get this kind of card, and then another child would get this card from somebody who didn't give crap, or something along those lines. Anyway, what I was getting to was I made this peacock, and he's got crayons in his fan back there. And then I had this die cut that had feathers, so I put them in there too. Okay. So, let me get my cutter. See, y'all are learning all kinds of stuff about me. Okay, I definitely want this pink one. I was going to try to pick colors that's in here. So I need greens, blues, the pinks, some of the purples. So, and I don't exactly know how big I want to make these. I think I'm going to stop right there at the edge of this metal. I think that might be the right width. And that'll also be about the right size to get in the color, because see, it's already turned purple there. So let me cut off down to where the purple's starting to show. And then I'll grab a bit of that. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, y'all are getting to learn all kinds of craziness. Yeah, I got into doing those cards, and I don't know. The guy was supposed to, like, when he got them, I think he was working by himself, but he did have a couple other people that would get in there, and they would go through the cards, and they would figure out where to send them and stuff like that. But and then they would take a photo and say, oh, we received your cards or something, and I hardly ever got anything from them. I did a bunch of bookmarks. I did definitely do a bunch of those because I had been collecting a bunch of little stickers and this and that and the other, and I just had a ton of stuff. All right, I need another color. I think I got a green here. And I'm not exactly sure how many of these I'm needing. I think I definitely would like a yellow. And then we have an orange and a red. You know, all your basic colors. I don't know if the red's going to be going with the color scheme of my book, but it might work out. And then this is already turning into orange, isn't it? Let's see if I can cut it down just a little bit more. Whoops. That piece got chewed up. I'll cut 2 more out. I want a yellow one definitely. Yeah. I wanted it to be enough difference from that red one. Okay. And the yellow one, and then I'll be cutting them down in length. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't know what colors on the back. I got red and I got blue. So I may be using those for the crayon part. I'm going to go ahead and try to stack them. One side is fine. And then the other, oh, I still got my yellow one in here. Whoops. So let me put that in here too. Get them all even. And then I can go this way. And I think just about there. Okay, that's not going to work. At least I made enough of a dent in it that I know where to cut it. Let's try it again. I think it's right there. There. Oh. Okay, and this one's got the mark on it still. Okay. So that part's done. That's all we have to do in the cutting. Okay, now I'm going to take these little off-colored ones like this. This is the lighter color of purple. And I'm just going to kind of cut it to be the same width. I can always cut it down. And then we're going to go up to where we can make a crayon point. So if you feel like you want to fold it in half, you can, because we're going to come down from a point, and then we're going to go out. Let's see if that did it right. Yep, just like that. And then that gets glued on that end. And then I don't even think I need this. These are just scraps from out of my trash can. And then you're going to find like a little nub to put at the other end. I gotta make sure that's the right width. And then you don't have to, but you can just slightly round it if you wanted to. And then we're going to get our glue out and glue it to the base. Like right there. Actually, I didn't cut it too straight, but whoops. It was trying to stick to the counter here. Yeah, I need to cut that just a little straighter. And one of these, I think this has got the sticky on it, so it's done folded under on me. The little rat. Okay, and then on this side, need a little bit for this. They're sticky on this. These are like sticky notes, and I had got done with them, and I stuck them in a trash can. But the only thing is, they're sticking to the counter now. Alright, so I'm going to stick this up here, lay it to the side, and let it dry real quick. The next one, pink. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to figure out how wide to make it. Go up high enough to make me a point. After I fold it in half. And start right here. And start coming down at an angle. And then swoop out. There we go. See, it's not too hard to make your own crayons. And I made other things with them as well. I mean, I did my own, like a little crayon box on one of the cards, and I forget what else I had done, but they were so cute. Now I'm just going to nick the corners on this one. Alright, that's all I need for that one. And then all we got to do is get that one glued down. This one didn't have any sticky on it, thank goodness. Whoops. So, that is what I'm going to do for each one of these colors. And then I'm going to come back and show you what I'm going to do after that. I figure you got the gist of it after I did these two. All right. Okay, I have all my little crayons made, and the next step is to make the lines on the crayon. Now there's the little long elongated oval that goes in the middle, and then there's like two lines that'll bracket the top and the bottom, kind of like this. And from what I remember, this is on each one. I think I actually had to pull a crayon out and look at it to see if that's how it was finished off. Usually, you know, you don't have to go exactly how a crayon looks or how whatever you're trying to draw looks. If you get enough of the usual elements that make up the look of something, they will definitely have the crayon word jump out at anybody that sees it. That's what I'm trying to say. So you've got the long tapered point, you got, you know, the long cylinder shape, and then if you have these little lines on it and like a little oval in the middle that has crayon on it, they're going to know exactly what you got going there. But the thing is, I'm not sure if I want to put the black elongated piece in the middle, because I'm wondering, because these are going to make up my crossword. Yeah, you're trying to think, what are you making all these crayons for? Where's the crossword come in? Well, that's what I got coming up next. I got to get all these done. I'll be right back. Well, at this point in time, I don't even think I had told you what the the 4 prompts were. You'll probably have seen it in the title, though. So it's crossword, crayon, and collage. That's what I had to come up with, and I had to combine them in some way. Well, you know me. I know everybody is going to do a crossword puzzle. I know everybody's going to just slap a crow on there. I know everybody's going to just put a crayon on there or something. And collage is easy. But I don't want to go with what everybody else does. I always make my own path. Anyhow, so that's where I'm going. I'm going with whatever I could, and I'm Googling the word. I'm also putting a shine mark on here. So I'm Googling the word, trying to figure out what exactly. Now, some of these shine marks may not show up, so I may wait and do that after the fact. But in case you wanted to add a little bit of, aliveness to this, shine marks, because it's wax, so it's going to shine really good. So anyhow, let me start figuring this out, because I want it to be a crossword, but I don't want it to be just woven. I think they're going to have to lay over top of each other. And see, I was going to do them like that in the shape of how a crossword was going to be. Now, here's the size of my page. So that'll be just about where I need it to be. I can put this point going this direction. I'm alternating my points. So I don't even know if I'm going to need all of these. I need to use more of my cool colors, though, that's for sure. Let's stick this one. Nope. Let's put the nose up. Like that. Now I'm going to come back in here and put a dab of glue underneath. Now this is just to look like a crossword. Is that going to fit my page? Maybe. I may have to go in a little bit like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go underneath. Because as you know, the squares of a crossword are... I'm trying to get it to go underneath of that red one. Are not... What was I going to say? The squares are all in one direction or something. You know me, I'm going to mess with something trifling. That's why I didn't want to put all the shine marks on there, because they weren't going to be visible. All right, I got 4 that way, and I need 4 going across. I guess I'll put another one this way, like right there. All right, I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to start gluing. I would like this one to be a little taller, though. Ugh. All right, I think I'm messing it up more than I'm doing anything. Big dot of glue right there. Okay, so that one can go right here. And you can see the glue coming out. Okay, then I'm going to put a dot of glue right there for the purple one. This this sticky is really coming out on these sticky notes. All right, I want to have one under here. Oops, right there. All right. Okay. And then one under here. I did weave them a wee bit, so that might just be what I have to do. All right, this one's a little crooked. All right, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to finish weaving these back together, and I'll be right back. All right, the next part I want to do is the part of the little oval. And I'm going to cut a strip off here. It's got to be, you know, smaller than the actual crayon width. So let's see if that did it. Yep, I think that's just right. And we're going to cut that in 4 equal pieces. I'm not going to have one on each crayon. This is just for my words. And I'm going to put them all together and cut them all in that oval shape that I want. They're all going to be the same size. And I'm hoping this works. I can't really fold this, so I'm going to have to hope that it works with just holding them like this. And I'll probably have to come in and kind of work it down a little bit. Okay, let me get this side. They're like a little elongated football. Some of them are a little bigger than the others. But you just keep working at it. Don't work at it until it's gone. But work at it until you've got it just about right. Now you may have to take them all apart. It probably would be easier if you could fold it in half. I think that's good for that one. No, I can see it's not satisfactory to me. There. All right, I'm going to get in here and size up all the rest of these. Okay, I have all 4 of them cut to my satisfaction. And I'm going to put them on my crossword. Now, it's not going to be like squares of a crossword. This one's going to be a little different. So we're going to have the words like this. And it's not going to say crayon either. That's a given. No, I got a phrase that I'm putting in here, and with the whiteout or the jelly roll pen, and then I'm going to do the rest of the highlights, and then it'll get glued in, and we'll put in our pocket that I have there as well. Now, it's not quite in the center of each one of these because I did move it around. I didn't want them to be even Steven all the way down through there. Yeah, over there in that cemetery, we've been working on the cemetery books on Jenny's Creek. So the Josiah grave I've been to, that was in our first book. The Williamson Cemetery is also in our first book, and that's the one that we just got, I just showed you with the grave for Joshua and Mahala. So that's where they're at. Now I'm going to cap this real quick while I'm drawing on here. And as you can see, the little black with that and the black with this really makes it stand out. And I'm going to do my letters on here, all in caps, which adds to the alphabet part of it. As the crow. Now, I'm not cheating and putting just the word crow. That's not the crow part for me. I have like I said, I Googled and I checked the definition, and I'm going to explain that out as I'm gluing it in. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, as the crow flies. Okay. So, oh, I was going to get in here and do some I'm always forgetting. Do some more of these. So I'll put one here, there. I have one here, on there. Now, I'm not going with where my shine would be coming from. I'm just putting them on here, just for the looks. Oh, and I need one on the purple. But see how it makes it pop? You can actually put one on the other side. And then we'll come down through here and do this one as well. I don't even know if you can see it on the yellow one. Save my yellow jelly roll on that. Okay, and then we'll go down here and do just a couple, and then that's done. Okay, there. Now, as I'm putting it in here, I'll explain it to you. So, Crossword is, like I said, the crayon part. So the crayon and Crossword are shared as one thing, I guess you would say. Okay, I'm going to put this in here to hold it open. And then the crow part, that is like, you'll say something is as straight as the crow flies. Now this one crayon, the orange crayon is not going to make it. So I'm going to have to cut the point off of that one. Oh well. I'll cut it off and I'll put it over on the other side. How about that? So let me cut it even with the yellow. There we go. And yeah, as the crow flies, that is a straight line. And all of the letters, the words, are in a straight line, up and down. So I thought that would give me the crow part. And let's see. And then the collage part comes in because the definition for it, and let me get this last one done because it's on the other side of my little paper. So the definition for that is a piece of art. Oh, a combination or collection of various things, I think, is a collage. It's also a piece of art made by sticking various different materials, such as photos, pieces of paper, or fabric onto a backing. So my crayons themselves, going on this backing, are considered a collage. So if you ever wonder if you're doing a collage, that's that's it. All right. And then I'm going to put my tip right there where it's coming across. And then we're going to make a little pocket over here. And I've got a little piece of doily. I got these little birdies from the back of a calendar. And then I've got this. And I need to cut me, hopefully, I'm going to cut me a thumb pull here so I know it's a pocket. Okay. Is that in the middle? I think it is. And it's not going to be a very strong pocket, so I'm going to have to watch how wide. Oh, nope, it's too wide. That's what I get for not measuring. So I'm going to actually fold it in half so I can keep my thumb pull in the very center. And I'm going to go up through here like this. Let's see if that didn't do the... Nope, a little bit more. A little bit more. There. Yep, that did it. Let's put our glue on here. Yeah, I had to get this one done. My challenges. I got to get one more done for the Journal January. And then I'll be set for that one. It's history after the one thing that's envelope. I think it's envelope. No, letter. It's letter. So it's history after that. So I can say bye-bye to that. Now there will be a junk journal July, I believe. But I don't know if I'll be doing that or not. I haven't decided yet. Now here's a doily that I think we're going to come up from the bottom with. So we're just going to put some glue on here. Just using up little pieces and parts. You know how I always do. Get that done. And that can go here. That was from my challenge the other day with, what did I do? I had that little bit left over. I can't remember. I've done so many challenges this month. My brain is fried. Okay, so we're going to put our little chickadee right here on top of the doily. And it's going to give us a little pocket. I need to get in here and put a little bit more glue under that. There we go. I think everybody else is okay. Get this off my table. And our challenge is done for C. So we have our crayons, which are all over, and they're also our crossword. Now, if I wanted to be cute, I could probably get in here and put little boxes if I wanted to. What if I was to do that with this instead of shine marks? Let's just experiment. Well, it's a permanent, it's a permanent experiment, so so I could do something like that to just give the impression that this is a crossword puzzle. Well, that one was supposed to be up a little higher, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, like where some of the crossovers go. Let's see, I don't have any other. Oh, I've got one right here. There's a crossover. And there's one up here. I don't have too many, do I? Yep, I think that makes it look more like one. Now, I couldn't put any through there because, and then there's only a nub there and a nub there, so maybe I can put one more right here. Okay. I don't think that's too bad. Let's put one more way up here. Right across the black lines. You know me, I can't leave something alone. I gotta keep messing with it. I think that's good. Because it gives me boxes. And then we have As the Crow Flies. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm kind of just rambling at this point. I got up too late today. Same old, same old. All right, so everybody, y'all take care, and I hope you enjoyed what you got to see today and see which direction I went in for this crazy challenge. I got a little pocket over here for something because, like I said, I was going to try to make pockets all through here. Those are a little bit brighter colors than what I would have wanted to go with, but, you know, crayons are not anything but bright and cheery. So, everybody, all my subscribers and viewers, I really appreciate you stopping by. and I will see you again. Bye-bye.